Hello everyone, this is Ashish Sani from Innovate Yourself. Welcome back to my channel. Once again, I am back with another video on app development using Python programming. Like in the last video, I have shown you a demo where I was showing you like how you can send an email to anybody through your application that you will create on Python. So this is all that I'm going to show you today, and in today's session I will show you how you can do that, how you can execute that part, and how you can create your own application that will be used to send an email to anybody. So in short, you don't have to use Gmail or whatever social media platform you're using for sending an email. Instead, you can create your own and you can use that application to send and receive emails. So this is all that we are going to do. Now let's start with that and let's understand how we are gonna do that. Alright, so you can see this is a project which I have already created for you, right? So for that, let me just explain you what exactly I have done in here, right? So for that, let me just show you a demo for this first. Alright, so you can see this is a small demo, this is a small image which I am just showing to you so that you can understand what exactly I am doing in here. So here what I have done is I have created three different fields. One is to, which means the email ID, whom do you want to send the message. Secondly, what is the subject for that email. Thirdly, what is the exact body for that. In short, the complete message that you want to send to any user, right? So this is all that I am doing, and similarly at the end, when you have filled all the detail, you just have to send that message, or let's say you have to send that email to that person whose email ID you have mentioned over here. So this is the main idea behind what exactly we are doing, right? So let's understand what exactly we have done in here. So for that, you can see firstly I have just created a very simple label which is used to just show a message which is like welcome to IYmail. So this is a name which I have given to my application, right? Similarly, I have just set the arguments for that, based on which I'm just setting like what is the size of your widget, what is the position of your widget, and currently I'm using the float layout which will help me to assign, or let's say which will help me to align your widgets anywhere across the complete layout. So this is why I'm using this one. And after that, I'm going to add a new label which will be used for this two part, which will be used to take the email ID from the user. So it's like a message for the user, based on which user will understand like what exactly you have to enter in here. Similarly, in front of that, I'm just adding a text box where I will be entering the email ID, right? So this is what exactly I'm doing, and based on that I have just set the size for that, and accordingly I have set the position for that, right? So this position is gonna change, and you can change it as per your system, as per your project, right? So that's totally up to you. So currently I am adding this one, and don't worry about the code. I will leave a link in the description for the code part so that you can use that code to test it out, right? So this is all about that. And after that, similarly, the next thing is the subject. So for that also I have added a label and I have added a text input so that I can enter the subject over here, right? So this is what I am doing. Similarly, the body, and body also, similarly I am setting up the text for that, which is body, so that I can set the message for that, and accordingly this is a text input. And just because the size of the text input should be bigger, so that's why I've just changed the position, changed the size of my widget. So this is what I have done, and accordingly I have changed the position as well. And at last, what I have to do is I have to add a button which will be used to execute your complete program. In short, when you will press the button, what will happen is I will pick all the three inputs that the user have entered, and based on that I'm going to use the program which I have created for sending an email to any user, right? So this I have already shown you in one of my videos regarding Rasa chatbot, where I was showing you like how you can collect the details from the user and you can send an email over there, right? So there I have already shown you what is the exact code for that, so you can use the same code from there, right? But still I have added the same code, and if you want the code, don't worry, I will leave a link in the description. You can check that and you can test the program, right? So this is all about that. So you can see to address, so that is coming from this self.t.text, which is this one over here, right? Which means I'm collecting the two email ID, right? Similarly, I will be collecting subject. Similarly, I will be collecting the body part, right? So this is what I am doing, and I have collected all the three information, and all those three information are going to be sent over here. So first one is to address, second one is subject, and similarly message. So this is the body part, right? So this is how I have entered that part, and accordingly you can see I haven't mentioned the password. So what exactly you have to do is, in here you can see in line number 15, self dot from address. So this is an email ID of a user from whose ID you are going to send an email to anybody, right? Let's say I'm going to use my email ID, and from there I'm going to send you an email, right? So that is why I'm going to use it. So here just specify the email ID for that, just replace with this, and accordingly set the password for that, right? So here you have to mention the password. So this is how you're gonna do it. Just change the ID and password, and just then go as per that, right? And after that, before running the program, or let's say before executing this function, what exactly you have to do is, you have to first go to your Gmail account so that you can make the modifications as per that, right? So let me show you where you have to do the modifications. So for that, go in here, go to Gmail, anybody. So in short, you don't have to use Gmail or whatever social media platform you're using for sending an email. Instead, you can create your own, and you can use that. Now go to the top right corner, so you can see in here, and in here just click on this, manage your Google account. So you have to click on that, just click on this. So here it will show you an option, security, just click on that. Now go down, here you will find an option named as less secure app access. So from here, what exactly you have to do is, you just have to turn on this one, you have to turn on this option, then only you will be able to send that email to anybody from your email ID, otherwise you won't be able to do it. And also the second thing is, if in case you have already done the two-stage verifications for your email ID, then you will not find this option in your case, right? So this is the most important thing that you must keep in mind before running this program, right? So let me just enable this part from my side, right? Okay, so it is already enabled in my case. So you can see allow less secure app on. So I have already done that. Now I don't have to do it again, right? So I'm done over here. Now go back to the program. Now you can run this. Now run this. So you can see this is your application, which I'm just testing on my system, right? But after that, once it will be running over here, and then I can create an application for that, and accordingly I can test it on my device. So let me just do it first. So just send it, like, let's say, just write the email ID whomsoever you want to send this email, right? So I'm just mentioning that. Similarly, let's say app development. So this is why I'm using this one, and after that I'm going to add a new label. All right, so I have just simply pressed, like, this is a test email from Innovate Yourself, so you can just do that. And once you have added the detail, now just click on this send. Okay, I have got an error. So the reason is just because you can see in here I haven't specified the email ID from whose ID I am going to send this email, and accordingly I haven't also set the password. So that's the reason you can see I'm getting this error. So for that, what exactly I have to do is, I just have to add the email ID and password, and then I have to use this, and then only I will be able to send an email to anybody, right? So let me just do it on my end, and I will not show it to you just because that is a confidential thing, right? So let's not show it, and let me just add the things, and then I will run it again, right? So let me just do it quickly. Okay, so I have done that. Now let me run it again. Now go here, just add this. The next thing is the subject. So for that also I have added a label, and I have added a text input, so that I can now click on send. So you can see everything gone and you didn't get any error. That means you have sent the email successfully. Now to test that part, just go in here, go to this, and let's go in here first. So you can see you have got an email. So innovate yourself. This is a test email. So I just sent this part, right? 11:38, 11:38. Oh, it's 11:39 now, right? So this is how I have done this part. So that means my program is working fine, and now what I can do, I can create an application for this and then I can test it on my device, right? And you already know like how to do this part, right? So for that, just go in here, just write this thing buildozer-v android debug, and make sure your script name is main.py before doing this part, right? Because by default, if you will check in buildozer.specs, you will find on the bottom side that the name that you have specified for your program is main.py, right? So let me just show it to you. That's the reason we are giving the name as main.py every time, right? So let me show you again over here, right? Can you see version.file name, and the file name is main.py, and this is the by default one. That's why we are just specifying this. Otherwise, if you want to change it and if you are writing some different name for your script, then you also have to change this over here, and also you have to uncomment this part, right? And then only you will be able to do it, right? And one more thing that I have to change for the application part is that here you have to give the internet access, right? So you can see internet access over here, right? In my case, I have already uncommented this part, but when you will see it on your system, on your buildozer.specs file, you will find that this line will be commented, and you have to uncomment this first. Then only you will be able to execute this application on your mobile phone. Otherwise, it will not work and it will stop unexpectedly, right? So this is how it is gonna work. So once you are done with this part, now you can go in here and you can run this so that it will create a final application for you. So let me just run it. Alright, so you can see the application has been created and it is stored inside the bin directory. Now you can go in here and you can copy the application and transfer it to the device so that we can test the application onto our system, and also we can install it, right? So let me just do it for you, and I will install it on my system, and then I will show you how it is gonna work. So let me just do it for you. Alright, so now you can see I have already installed the application on my system, and you can see the icon over here, right? So this is an application which I have already installed, and now we can open it up and we can test that whether it's working or not. So let me just open it. So you can see the application is created and you can see all the widgets present over here, right? So let me just type the email ID, subject and body, and let me just send the email to anybody, and that anybody can be anyone, right? So let me just do it. Open it up and we can test that whether it's working or not. Let me show you where. Just type the subject for it. Let's say app development, and we can test that whether it's working or not. I have added the same code, and if you want the code, don't worry, I will leave a link in the description. You can check that, and you can test the bot, and you can see all the and you can test the program. Alright, so you can see I have added all the three necessary details. So first one is email ID, then subject, then body, which is the main message. So I've done that. Now just click on send and let's see whether it's working or not. So just click on send. You can see everything gone. That means email has been sent successfully. Now you can see I have got a notification, and this is an email which I have just got. So click on that and open it and check that whether this is the same message that you sent or not. So you can see app development was the subject. Yes, this was the subject. Similarly, this is a testing email from Innovate Yourself by an application created using Python. So this is what I have done, and now I hope you have got an idea that how you can do this, how you can create your own application. This is just the beginning, and you can further use it for some other task as well. So in this session, I'm going to give you a small task so that you can enhance your knowledge and you can further build your own very useful application for the worldwide and for the production purpose as well, right? So for that, let me just give you an assignment, or you can say, right? So in that, what exactly you have to use is you have to do the same thing. You have to send an email, but this time not only to the single user. Instead, you have to send this email to multiple users in such a way like you are sending that email to that person personally, right? So it should not be like you're sending the message to all the users in a group. It should be like you are sending an email to multiple users. In short, you have to do the email marketing over here. So try using that thing, try creating an application for that, so that you can use that for sending an email to multiple users. So that is it for today, and that this is the assignment for you. You can do it on your own, but if you are able to do it, just let me know in the comment section, so that we will feel proud that you have learned something from our videos. So that is it for today. So if you have liked this video, then do click on the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, do click on the subscribe button, and also press the bell icon if you don't want to miss any updates from our channel. So till then, bye bye and happy learning.